Good morning, class. I have already posted the results for these two word problems. However, today, for the convenience of many of you, I will record this video explaining in detail how to solve each one. All right? I hope this helps all of you. So, the first problem is solved over here. All right? And it tells us that we have a mass of 725 kilograms. The problem tells us this. And the velocity is 115 kilometers per hour. All right? Now, it also tells us to find the magnitude and direction of its momentum and draw an arrow on your sketch showing the momentum. All right? So remember that momentum is identified with the variable p. All right? So, in order to find the momentum, we have to use the equation P is mv, where m is the mass and v is the velocity. But first, we must change the velocity from kilometers per hour to meters per second. And how do we achieve that? Well, we have 115 kilometers. We change them to meters by multiplying times 1,000. And we change the hours to seconds by dividing by 3,600. Right? Remember that in 1 hour we have 60 minutes, and in 60 minutes in 1 minute we have 60 seconds. So 60 times 60, it's 3,600 seconds. And after all of this, we have a result of 32 meters per second. All right? Which is what we have over here. Now, once we have the velocity, in order to find the magnitude of the momentum, we just multiply these two. That's what we're doing here. When we multiply this, we have that the momentum is 23,200 kilograms per meters per second, times meters per second, sorry. Which is to say also newtons times seconds. We're going to see that later on. We could also write this in scientific notation shown here. Either of these two results is correct, okay? And that's all for the part A. Now, the second part, it tells us to find the direction, okay? And because the problem tells us right here that we're moving towards east, then the direction of our momentum has to be the same as the direction of our velocity. All right? So if the velocity was east, then the momentum is also going to be east. All right? So this is our little sketch. That's a car. I know it's a beautiful car, isn't it? The momentum and the direction east, that way. All right? Now, for the second part, we have a second car with a mass of 2,175 kilograms. Has the same momentum. So this problem is giving us the momentum instead of the mass and the velocity. All right? That's what's right here. We already calculated the momentum. So we use the exact same momentum from part A to part B. The problem also gives us the mass, and it's now asking us to find the velocity. And how do we do that? Well, once again, we begin with our equation right here. P is m times v. But we don't want to find P. We don't want to find the momentum. We're trying to find the velocity. And how do we do that? Well, we solve for it. We divide by the mass. And what we have is the velocity is equal to the momentum divided by mass. So now we divide, the kilograms get canceled, and what we're left with is 10.66 meters per second, specifically east, right? Remember, velocity is a vector, it needs to have a direction. And since the problem tells us that both momentums are the same, again, the momentum and the velocity share their direction. So this velocity must be specifically east. That's all for the first problem. I'm gonna create a second video with the second problem. All right?